They rode across the frontier on our movie and TV screens for generations. And against all odds, every one of these 10 Western legends is still alive today. Wait until you see how old the number one really is. We're counting down from the youngest to the oldest, and our journey begins with number 10. In the 10th place, we begin our tribute with the extraordinary performers who kept the frontier alive. These 10 living legends, ranging from 71 to 96 years old, brought unforgettable cowboys to life and became the heart of the American West. Through decades of changing Hollywood trends, they maintained the rugged honor, dusty trails, and quiet strength of the classic frontier. We celebrate their remarkable longevity and the timeless roles that made them household names, moving step by step from modern trailblazers to the oldest surviving icon of the silver screen. In the 10th place, Kevin Costner stands as the youngest legend in our lineup at 71 years old in 2026. A monumental force in modern westerns, Costner single-handedly revitalized the entire genre with his 1990 masterwork Dances with Wolves, a sweeping epic that earned him Academy Awards for both Best Picture and Best Director. His passionate devotion to the American frontier continued through gritty classics like Wyatt Earp and Open Range, cementing his lifelong commitment to the dusty trails of the West. Today, his era-defining role in the television phenomenon Yellowstone connects traditional filmmaking with millions of modern viewers, proving that the spirit of the cowboy remains as powerful as ever. Number 9, Kurt Russell, who is 75 years old in 2026, shifts our countdown into tougher, leaner movie lawman territory. While his Western roots stretch back to early television, it was his legendary portrayal of Wyatt Earp in the 1993 masterpiece Tombstone that cemented his place in frontier history. Russell brought a razor-sharp intensity to the legendary lawman, delivering a performance that remains the definitive Wyatt Earp for millions of fans. Decades later, his rugged Western grit remained completely intact in hard-hitting modern films like The Hateful Eight and Bone Tomahawk. Today, living a quiet life in the Colorado mountains, Russell still carries that classic, fully lived-in cowboy spirit. In the 8th place, Wes Studi brought a completely new level of depth and fierce realism to the cinematic frontier. 78 years old in 2026, he delivered commanding performances in Dances with Wolves and The Last of the Mohicans that forever changed how audiences viewed Native American history. His portrayal of the legendary Apache leader in Geronimo, an American legend, offered a gritty, dignified look at a complex historical figure. His incredible career earned him an honorary Academy Award, making him a true pioneer who redefined Hollywood's approach to the West with his unmistakable voice and unforgettable screen presence. Number 7, Tom Selleck, brings his unmistakable leading man presence to our countdown at 81 years old in 2026. While millions know him for his television career, Selleck has always been a natural-born cowboy at heart. His deep love for the frontier shines brightest in the 1990 classic Quigley Down Under, where he played the legendary mustachioed marksman with effortless grace. That rugged identity runs deep, anchored by his performance in The Sackets back in 1979 and the sweeping grit of Crossfire Trail. With his towering stature and genuine, old-school charisma, Selleck perfectly represents the classic, honorable Western hero who carried the spirit of the old frontier across multiple generations. Number 6, Sam Elliott, who is also 81 years old in 2026, represents a space where the actor and the frontier icon completely blur. He carries the quintessential frontier spirit, his legendary drawl and silver mustache serving as the universal shorthand for Western authenticity. From his rugged presence in The Quick and the Dead to his unforgettable portrayal of Virgil Earp in the 1993 masterpiece Tombstone, his authority on screen commands instant respect. Decades later, that weathered frontier strength remains completely unbroken, captivating modern audiences in the acclaimed prequel series 1883. Elliott remains the living, breathing heart of the American West, carrying the classic cowboy legacy with timeless, effortless grace. In the 5th place, Katharine Ross brings an enduring warmth to our countdown at 86 years old in 2026. As Etta Place in the 1969 classic Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, she rode into history on the handlebars of Paul Newman's bicycle, capturing hearts with her quiet strength and spirit. Her connection to the frontier lasted for decades, earning her an Emmy Award for her performance in the 1991 television film Conager alongside her husband, Sam Elliott. Through these roles, she provided a brilliant emotional center to the rugged world of outlaws and lawmen. She remains a beloved figure of the screen, representing the legendary women who tamed the cinematic Wild West. Number 4, Buck Taylor is 88 years old in 2026, bringing us directly into the heart of classic television history. As Deputy Newly O'Brien on Gunsmoke, Taylor spent 8 years keeping the peace in Dodge City, and today he stands as the last surviving member of that landmark show's main cast. But his time in the saddle did not end in the 70s. He wrote again for newer generations, playing the memorable Turkey Creek Jack Johnson in the 1993 film Tombstone, and appearing decades later in the acclaimed prequel series 1883. Taylor remains a beloved living bridge, carrying the authentic, dusty spirit of the classic television cowboy straight into the modern era. Coming to the top 3, Bruce Dern, who is 89 years old in 2026, represents the dangerous, unpredictable edge of the cinematic frontier. He permanently carved his name into Western history with his chilling performance in the 1972 classic The Cowboys, earning lifelong notoriety as the ruthless outlaw who dared to shoot John Wayne on screen. While many stars played the honorable hero, Dern mastered the art of the complex villain. His fierce screen presence never lost its bite, finding later-era relevance in hard-hitting masterpieces like Django Unchained and The Hateful Eight. Still active in Hollywood today, Dern remains the ultimate frontier antagonist, bringing a legendary, weathered intensity to every single role. In second place, Robert Fuller, who is 92 years old in 2026, represents a quieter, completely genuine kind of cowboy. He first captured the hearts of millions as the sharpshooting Jess Harper in the classic television series Laramie, before expanding his frontier footprint as a major star on Wagon Train. Instead of staying in Hollywood's spotlight, Fuller chose to live the cowboy life for real. Today, he still rises at dawn every single morning on his beloved Texas ranch to feed his horses and tend his land. He remains one of the rare Western icons who kept living the part long after the cameras stopped rolling. And finally, in first place, Clint Eastwood stands as the ultimate towering giant of the frontier screen, reaching the extraordinary age of 96 in 2026. His legendary journey began on television, where his role in Rawhide first launched him into the saddle. But it was his iconic turn as the mysterious man with no name in 1964's A Fistful of Dollars that permanently redefined the cinematic cowboy. Rather than resting on his mythic status, Eastwood spent decades reshaping the genre, directing and starring in revisionist masterpieces like The Outlaw Josie Wales and the Oscar-winning Unforgiven. At 96, he remains our greatest living connection to the golden era of the American West. These 10 stars, from Kevin Costner to Clint Eastwood, are living history. Each one helped define the American frontier, bringing grit, honor, and courage to our screens. As of 2026, their remarkable longevity stands as a beautiful tribute to the golden era of storytelling. They kept the spirit of the Old West alive for generations, carrying us in the dust of the trail into the modern age. Which of these legendary performers shaped your love of Westerns? Let us know in the comments below as we salute the eternal cowboys who are still riding tall. Across these 10 icons, one truth shines. They are the living heart of American mythology. Their endurance in 2026 proves that the frontier spirit never truly dies. It lives on through the legends who built it. Which of these Western stars did you grow up watching? Share your memories below.